what we are discussing is about the spectral density estimation of the baseband and band pass transmission, isn't it? So, we know in case of baseband, right. This is the way how we represented that random process for what? Baseband transmission, isn't it? So, what does it mean? This pulse P of t, right? We use some shape. This is going to be your pulse P of t for the duration t here, capital T. This is the pulse what we are having, and this pulse gets repeated once in capital T, right? Right, and then gets multiplied with AK. AK is a discrete random process, is actually random variable obtained from the random process, right? Every individual A1, A2, A3 and so on, right? So, that has a characteristics, right? So, we have the probability associated with that. For example, for binary transmission, it takes either what? +1 or -1. You can have 4 levels, you can have 16 levels, 8 levels, right? So, depends upon that. This is what we call it as baseband transmission, right? And we discussed, this is baseband, right? Band pass representation, right? So, in that case, we have what? XTI and XTQ, they are the baseband, right? Random process, in phase and quadrature component, and we have this cos 2 pi FCT, sin 2 pi FCT. This FC is a carrier frequency, right? So, when I use this, what you get, this XT is this band pass representation, provided no XTI is a random process, Whiteson stationary random process, XTQ is again what? Whiteson stationary random process. And we also assumed XTI and XTQ, they are independent and individually that the mean is going to be 0, so that this expectation of XTI XTQ, right? So, this cross correlation T plus tau I and XTQ, this we have not considered, we took this value as 0 while computing the spectral density for what? XT. I hope these things are there with you, right? So, we had a relationship between the spectral density of the band pass representation with reference to what? The baseband representation. Depends upon, once you know the spectral density of this XTI and XTQ, then it is very straightforward to write the spectral density for XT. This is what we were discussing in the previous class, and we had some example for that, right? So, that is what we are going to have some illustration or, right. So, this is that phase shift keying, you know that. So, here you see this, how the signals are represented, you can see to it actually, okay, you can see to that P naught of t, right, root of 2 EV by TV cos 2 pi FCT, and P1 of t as what? Root, yeah, not to locate that, right, minus root 2 EB by TB cos 2 pi FCT. It means that when I look this one, compared with your band pass representation, we understand that there is no quadrature component, only in phase component is there, XTI cos 2 pi FCT, and this XTI is a random process. So, that takes this value root of what? 2 EB by TB and minus root of what? 2 EB by TB, takes two values. It is supposed to be that what? What does it mean? It is not multiplied with as a function of time. It means that it is a rectangular pulse, right? So, here the rectangular pulse with the amplitude of what? Root 2 EB by TB, That is the pulse what we are having here. You understood? Because once in t it takes any one of this. Once in t it takes either what? P naught of t or P1 of t. You understood the point what I am telling, right? So you are, what is that? You are xti, except this, I mean talk about this coefficient of cos 2 pi fct root 2 EB by TB, and that is your xti. It is actually the function of time, right? But that is nothing but what? Flat constant. I mean it is a pulse for the duration t. Strictly speaking, this constant is multiplied with what? The rectangular pulse. That is the meaning of it. I mean you can compare this one. This is the baseband transmission, right? And this AK in that expression, it takes either what? Plus root 2 EB by TB or minus root 2 EB by TB. That's the meaning of it. You understood? So how this in phase component is coming, that you are able to understand here. There is no quadrature component. As far as this in phase component is considered, right? As far as this in phase component is considered, it is what? The baseband transmission, which is of this form. Which form? This form. We know the answer for it. We know what is that spectral density for that, right? Somebody tell me what is that? So it is Sx of f is what? 1 by t or A of k, right? P of f, the magnitude square, e power minus j 2 pi f k t, right? This is the spectral density. And for the special case, when this Ra of k takes the value only for k equal to 0, what is that you get? You get Ra of 0, P of f, the magnitude square. This also becomes 1. For the special case, if you see, this is the shape what you get. What I am showing here is that the in phase component of what? The PSK is 1 by TB, U of f is the rectangular pulse here. So when you take Fourier transformation, it is going to be what? Sinc, right? The magnitude square and Ra of 0 alone. Considering Ra of k is 0 for all other values of what? K. If that is the case, you get the spectral density is this 2 EB sinc square FB, FTB. Of course, TB is the time duration for the bit, right? Here I have used T, it is the same thing, right? TB is for the duration for a single bit. So the shape looks like this. Spectral density, it is a sinc square, okay? And this is what I said. Once you know the spectral density of the in phase component, the spectral density of the band pass representation is very straightforward. We have here 1 by 4 into, right, the in phase component f minus fc, right, quadrature component f minus fc, in phase component f plus fc, and quadrature component f plus fc. And here quadrature component is not there, so only in phase component I have written here. And what you see, that final expression is the spectral density of what? The PSK signal. Got it? And the figure what I have drawn is that the final thing, right? In the earlier case it is drawn, you know, both sides with mid as what? FC. You see that one at FC here, one at minus FC here, right? So that is the spectral density of what? Your PSK. Okay, now coming to FSK. FSK, I told you that root 2 EB by TB cos 2 pi f1t and then cos 2 pi f2t, and the special case when I choose this f1, right, as fc plus 1 by TB, right, and of course we did a different case, right? What is that we did? Fc plus 1 by 2 TB and then Fc minus 1 by 2 TB, right? That's what we did, isn't it? So this is another case, right? What is more important is after expanding the two representation for zeros and ones, you see here. So this case, so 0 is represented in one frequency, 1 is represented is what? The another frequency, that is what your FSK is. So that's what here it shows, cos 2 pi f1t, cos 2 pi f2t, and selection of f1, f2 you have done. We did it one thing, and here it is selected like this, right? So when I choose this as a value, right, f1 as fc, here also I took it as the same, fc plus 1 by 2 tb, right? So this one, and if I expand it, what is more important is the coefficient of cos 2 pi fct, coefficient of what? Sin 2 pi fct, right? So in that case, what is it you get? Root of 2 eb by tb cos 2 pi t by 2 tb, that is what your in phase component, right? I have written that, but anyhow I am telling this, root of 2 eb by tb, right, and then cos 2 pi t by 2 tb. So you are able to locate it, what is my in phase, right? And you have two choice for it, that is also important, right? For when 0 is transmitted, this is what you get, for 1 is transmitted, you get this. Irrespective of whether it is 1 or 0, the in phase component is simply the cos wave, it is just the cos wave. Last class, we made some, right, the absolute of cos wave we have drawn, it is not the case, right, it is just the cos wave. It means that in phase component is just the cos wave, you are transmitting just the cos wave with a particular time period, that is it. But when you go for this quadrature component, it is not like that. The quadrature component, here it is going to be plus and here it is going to be minus, plus or minus, just like the case what we had it for the baseband transmission model. In phase component is just the cos wave, but the quadrature component is of this form, right? You understood what I am telling? So if I do that, so I think I have written that. So what you see here is this in phase, and this is going to be the quadrature. In phase I have not written plus or minus, but for the quadrature component I have written plus or minus. In phase component, when I compute the spectral density, as it is just a cos wave, it ends up with only impulse. We derived that one in the previous class, and this is what this expression del of f minus 1 by 2 tb and then del of f plus 1 by 2 tb, you get 2 impulse for the in phase component. But when you come to this quadrature component, it is exactly same as that of this first baseband transmission model, but we know what is the answer for it. And in a special case, when k is 0, you get what? 1 by t or a of 0, p of f the magnitude square. So if I use that, you get what? 2 eb by tb square. We need to take what? P of f, it is a Fourier transformation of the pulse. Here the pulse is what? Cos 2 pi t by, sin 2 pi t by 2 tb, isn't it? I think, yes, the right hand side it is sin, isn't it? The pulse in that right hand side it is sin here, sin 2 pi t by 2 tb. That is a pulse. What is the pulse you are using? So you take that Fourier transformation of that. When you take Fourier transformation, you get this. So hence this final result is going to be like this. In the earlier case PSK, we don't have what? Quadrature component. But here we get both in phase and quadrature component, what you see there, isn't it? And you get the spectral density like this. And what you see the spectral density here is that impulse superimposed on, right, the shape what you are having. It is not the sinc square, it is not sinc square, right, like what we had it for PSK. Here it is what? Cos square pi tb by, of course we have the denominator term, right, also has what? F. If I plot this, This is what the shape you get, right? And this is QPSK. Oh, this is MSK. I will come to that MSK little later. This is MSK, these two are MSK. This is FSK is over. This two I just skip, I will come back to this one little later. And this is QPSK. QPSK involves what? You have the in phase component as plus or minus. Quadrature component is also what? Plus or minus. Right? So what is the expression for QPSK? Plus or minus root of what? 2EB by TB cos 2 pi FCT plus or minus root of 2EB by TB sin 2 pi FCT. Right? So that is what we get. I mean that scalar value here I have chosen it is what? Root E by TB. The reason is there I used what? Root 2 EB by TB, and here I have chosen it as root E by TB. The reason is there we use, right, each bit to be represented, right. For that it takes that, see here that coefficient value takes plus or minus 1 depends upon the 2 bits what you are transmitting. It means like what is that? Suppose that if I am transmitting like this, if I have 2 bits as 0 0, in phase component is a minus, quadrature component is also what? Minus. If it is 1 0, in phase component is 1 and quadrature component is 0. If it is 1 1, both are going to be what? Plus. Understand? So what it means is, while representing that for the bit duration TB, right? So actually I am talking about 2 bits, but in case of PSK for every bit I am doing that job, but here for every 2 bits it is being transmitted. It means that I am telling once in T it is getting transmitted. It means that is actually once in T, this T, capital T, it actually transmitting what? 2 bits. So that is the difference. To make this energy requirement for transmitting a single bit to be that equal, the coefficients are what? Adjusted. It is not directly related with what we are talking about, but still I just make you understand that why that, how we choose this scaling value, right, to make sure that the energy requirement for transmitting that single bit is going to be identical for all the cases. For case study it is chosen in that way. That is the point, right? So that is not directly related with this spectral estimation, but what is more important here is in case of QPSK, both in phase as well as what? The quadrature component, both are looking like this format. So it is very simple. I can take directly this formula 1 by T RA of 0 P of F the magnitude square. Only thing is I need to take what? The Fourier transformation of the pulse. Interestingly, for the QPSK, that pulse is going to be what? The rectangular pulse, right? So if I take this Fourier transform, you get what? Sinc. So that's what it is given here, sinc square, and you get these 4 terms, in phase and quadrature component, right? So the final band pass representation involves the final expression here. In phase component F minus Fc, F plus Fc, quadrature component F minus Fc, and then F plus Fc, right? So this is the power spectral density of what? That QPSK. Okay. Okay, now coming to this, the last part is minimum shift keying. Here also what we do is we actually combine the bit for the representation. It means that the periodicity, this capital T is helpful for transmitting 2 bits at a time. So it is like that, but how that in phase component and quadrature components are constructed, it is constructed in this way, right? So the what is at the top is the actual binary transmission, right? So whenever you see there is a change in that bit, right? If it is 1 2, it starts with minus pi by 2, and if it is 1, you add pi by 2, right? Phase change of pi by 2, and if it is again 1, it is change of what? Pi by 2. If it is 0, it is minus pi by 2. As simple as that. It is a continuous representation what we are having here, right? It starts with the reference is minus pi by 2. See the first bit 1, so you add pi by 2, change of phase is pi by 2, you got 0. The next one is 1, you add pi by 2. The next one is 1, add pi by 2. The next one is 0, minus pi by 2. If the next one is what? Again 0 means you subtract pi by 2. If it is 1, then add pi by 2, right? So this is the way how we are collecting. Then what you do is you have to choose this alternative phase representation, what is given in pink and blue, right? If it is 0, you represent it as what? 1. This is the actual thing what you are trying to transmit in the through the channel, right? This is the bit you want to transmit, but what you transmit is this in case of PSK. We convert them. We convert in this format. We decode it in that receiver section accordingly. Originally you get this is a binary stream. You code it like this and then you transmit. This is just to make the signal to look, the smooth transition, not having a sudden change in that phase, right? So now coming to this, when you see this 0 here, you represent is 1. When you see pi, it is going to be what? Minus 1. If it is 0, you call it as 1. If it is pi, you call it as what? Minus 1. It is like that. And for the other collections, the alternative, right? If it is pi by 2, you call it as 1. If it is minus pi by 2, you call it as minus 1. So you converted this binary stream in this form, right? But now you are going to treat this as an in-phase component and this one as what? The quadrature component. That's what I said in the previous class. The duration is 0 to 2 TB for the quadrature component, right? 2 TB, once in 2 TB it starts, and for the in-phase component it is from where? Minus TB to plus TB. But it gets repeated, minus TB to plus TB and TB to 3 TB, 3 TB to 5 TB, like that. That is that in-phase component. Quadrature component is what? 0 to 4 TB, 4 to 6, like that. Now you are going to have this representation. So once this is done, it is as simple as like your original what? Your PSK, QPSK. Both in phase as well as quadrature component, you will get what? Plus or minus. But the major difference is the duration in case of QPSK is going to be the same, 0 to TB, right? You have plus or minus, and here also you will get this plus or minus. Here also it is the same thing what you are getting, but the major difference here is the duration is not TB, the duration is 2 TB, right? The shape is the same, you get again the sync. I'm sorry, just a moment. No. This is compared with your FSK. I'm sorry, not QPSK. Right. So here this in phase component. Once you know this is plus and minus. See to this. I just have a small correction. And this one, once you got this plus minus 1 plus 1 plus 1 and so on, you want to transmit this one. Right. This is the in phase and quadrature. But the pulse shape is not rectangular pulse. The pulse shape is this, just like your FSK, right? This is MSK, you had this cos and sine. In case of FSK, in phase component is only what? Plus. But in MSK, in phase component you get what? Plus or minus. And quadrature component you get what? Plus or minus. You got it, right? So the same thing, whatever you see it in FSK, I show that FSK for your clarity. This is FSK. You got that pulse is what? Cos 2 pi t by 2 tb, right? And here the pulse is sin 2 pi t by 2 tb. The same thing is happening in MSK. Only difference is in case of MSK the in phase is always plus. Quadrature component you get what? Plus or minus. But in case of MSK, both in phase as well as this quadrature component, both are what? Plus or minus. Here this is plus or minus, this is also plus or minus, and the pulse used is cos pi t by 2 tb. Got it? This theta is a delay. This is the general procedure, you know that, right? In the receiver section we get this delay, right? And to understand that the received random process is what? Whiteson stationary random process, right? For that only we are using that delay, this theta. So that is not the point, right? What the pulse is cos pi t by 2 tb, that's what you have to see. And for quadrature component it is sin pi t by 2 tb. So as usual, but here we have to take Fourier transformation of cos pulse as well as what? Fourier transformation of sine. For in phase it is cos, for quadrature it is sine. So you took it as Fourier transformation here. Here I have taken that, this formula, 1 by t RA 0, P of f the magnitude square. P of f is nothing but Fourier transformation of the pulse. So Fourier transformation of cos pi tau by 2 tb, and here this Fourier transformation of sin pi tau by 2 tb, right? And these two are the in phase and quadrature component spectral density. Once you know these two, then I can combine, we know that it's a straightforward, right? F minus Fc of in phase, F plus Fc of in phase, F minus Fc of quadrature, F plus Fc of quadrature component, and what you get the shape is the final MSK signal here, right? And one point what I want to convey is this, what you see here, right? After multiplying with that corresponding pulse, your in phase component and then quadrature component looks like that, and then it is simply what? The summation using that representation, we get that final MSK signal looks like that. The main advantage of representing this minus 2 tb, minus tb2 plus tb, and then 0 to 2 tb, and this type of coding, right, helps in getting this smooth transition. There is no sudden change, whatever the binary stream you give doesn't matter. Whatever the binary stream you give doesn't matter, right? You get a smooth transition everywhere. But in case of FSK, right, depends upon the binary stream, there may be sudden change in that phase. It may end up like this, suppose if it ends like that, the second one may start again from the top. There is a sudden change in that phase happens in case of FSK, and in case of MSK that will not happen. And that sudden change you can interpret like the component of impulse, right, that is actually useless, right? But in case of MSK it is not like that. When you see the spectral densities don't have what? Your that impulse spikes are not there, and you get this spectrum, right? So final, I just wanted to show you all the spectrum to see to it. I don't have that comparison thing. So this is your PSK, right? Okay. And remember that in all the spectral density, it is not actually, right, bounded to some finite value. It is actually slowly dying down. We have to define how the bandwidth is. It can be that zero crossing the side lobe, right? Or we can say that the ratio of the main lobe to side lobe is so and so, we call that as a bandwidth. So how we define, is in your control, right? So but this is the shape of the spectrum, that's all. If I transmit this PSK through the channel, this is the bandwidth requirement, right? and this is for FSK, and you are able to see that actually in case of PSK, right, it is not dying faster compared to your FSK, but the problem is the spike, right, and this one, this is MSK and this is QPSK, again the same problem, it's not dying down, right, more ripples. But when it comes to your MSK, it's okay, it's good, right. No, this is all just the additional information for you, not directly related with what, the spectral estimation. My problem as far as this course is considered, I just wanted you explain, right, how the spectral, right, density is computed for the random process, that I have done, right. Is it clear? So you have a baseband, you have a band pass representation, we know the link, right. Then if you are given any signal, any random process, right, after all the data are going to be random process, you look for these things, in phase component, quadrature component, you see how that looks like, find out the spectral density of in phase and quadrature, right. And we had a major assumption, in phase and quadrature component is not, related, it's independent, and each with mean 0 also. This expectation of xt plus tau I xt q, right, so that we have assumed as what, 0, right. So with that only we are getting, otherwise along with these 4 terms we get additional terms also. Yeah, we can have it, but we get what, the additional terms with complex also, you get complex quantity in that, right, that also you have to take care. But here what we have to consider is this one, in phase and quadrature component, the expectation of these things, right, that is made as what, 0. With that condition only we derived the expression for what, the spectrum, right. So we will stop here, continue in that.